Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes from the previous episode of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and or PLEs. And I'll tell you what, if you want to do hot takes for WWE Unreal, whew, all right, I'll do them. I will. Like, don't tempt me with a good time. All right, so last night's Raw, we got Mr. T live. He says, hot take, Bronson Reed's gonna wear those shoes he stole from Roman down to the PLE to the match. We got conclusionary. They took Roman's J's, laughing face emojis sideways. Brooklyn Owns beat their butt, stole Roman's Jordans. We got and Quinapole, I could never let someone take my J's. And then we got Bishop Marley, the shoe angle was genius. What a great way for Heyman's guys to assert dominance. I agree that shoe angle was a masterpiece. Very, very little, and yet never seen it done before. I will admit, people came at me and told me afterwards, like, it was just product placement in that these are Roman's new shoes, and so now there's a spotlight on his Roman's Jordans, I guess, and it's like, okay, yeah, I guess it takes a little bit of the nuance of the angle away, but I will also say this, product placement is a part of media. It doesn't diminish it so much, the fact that they were trying to sell the shoe and promote the shoe and make it part of the angle. It really doesn't to me, because guess what? You know what? I remember in E.T., there's this really, like, you know, E.T. go home, phone home, the extraterrestrial. There's this scene with Reese's Pieces. Did you know that originally those were supposed to be M&Ms? M&Ms didn't want their product associated with an ugly alien, right? So they're like, nope, not gonna do it. And then Reese's Pieces, they look like M&Ms, so they were thrown into that movie and became huge, and it was a product placement, but it was so crucial to the scene, right? It was so crucial to the scene and the storyline, so it was win-win. That's how you do marketing, when it's win-win. When they do the Slim Jim table, that's awkward and ugly. But today, they did a product placement with the shoe, but it actually made sense to the storyline, so I'm okay with it. You know what? If you sell $1 million worth of shoes now, great, because you sold me on this idea that Roman got punked out when someone stole his shoes, and I love that. That is how you do marketing, not just this, oh, let's just make it the fireball ladder to climb up. Like that, like, why is this ladder suddenly riddled with a liquor fireball? You know what I get? You get what I'm saying? Like, there's bad product placement, and then there's good product placement. And this one worked because it made Roman, like, on the streets, you take someone's shoes, that's very disrespectful. And that's what Bronson Reed did. He disrespected Roman on a level that a lot of people were like, oh my gosh. Plus, I had never seen it before. Plus, it brought Bronson Reed back to the forefront, because he's been pretty much Piper Nivened and just in a suit and tie, just standing there waiting to get jobbed out or beat up. And I love that this was Bronson Reed of last year that did something very heinous and vile and was just so pleased with himself. So again, I love that product placement. And now here's some product placement for you. This belt right here, I'm giving it away. Yes, that's right. At 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to give it away. We're almost there, like 1,110 away. So it's put up or shut up time. You can win. How do you win? Great question. All you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell. Ding, 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 notification, and you can win this belt. Also, if you like the video, a thumbs up. If you hate the video, a thumbs up. If the video was just mid, a thumbs up. Please, I'd appreciate it. Gets the word out. Engagement really helps, and then I get to quit my day job. All right, next hot take. Dreamer OG, heads up chop. We Want Mello was trending last night. Mello apparently posted praying hand emojis under it once it blew up. All right, whoever's behind that movement, if there's anything I can do on this channel, let me know. Big time supporter of Mello. So I'll definitely hashtag it, but please, like, for real, hit me up. I'll do whatever needs to be done to get this guy seen. Tis Mickey. Things I learned tonight. Number one, Raw Women's Heel Division sucks other than Naomi. Yeah, you're right, because you got Naomi, who's awesome and amazing, but the Chelsea Green and the Secret Harvest, they're actually from SmackDown, so they don't count. And even if they did, they're mid-card. Then there's Becky Lynch, who's ready to come to the main event after her feud, but that's 2. And then who else? Ivy Nile, who's pretty much a jobber. Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez. But yeah, they're so... Yeah, it's missing. It's missing. And it's evident because, heck, at WrestleMania, you had 3 baby faces in a fight together, in a feud together with the Io, Bianca, and Rhea match. I mean, yeah, it was the best match of the night, but still, there was no real, like, animosity there. All right, so women's heel division needs work. Turn someone. Yeah, turn Nikki Bella. Honestly, why not Nikki Bella? She could just, have that old traditional I paved the way and now you don't respect me heel. We got number 2, AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors are so random, but it worked and I liked it. Yeah, it was a very random match, and I liked it. It was one of the few like mixed matches where it worked. Usually it's just like, okay, just a reason to get everybody on TV. But this one, the men and the women were literally working in tangent with each other. And I loved it. They didn't have to, we didn't have to have AJ Styles punch Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne Perez, you in a human shield on Dominic Mysterio, like good stuff. And when AJ threw Kairi Sane over the ropes and she just landed her elbow, like, that was great. Number 3, as I've said before, the LWO is awesome. Diz Mickey, I'm kind of on that LWO train now too. You got there before I did. You got to the LWO station before I did. But last night I was like, okay, I'm liking this. I learned one of their names, so it's no longer Hat Guy, No Hat Guy. Well, it still is, because there's Walkin' Wilds? I'm still learning their names, but I'm almost there. Like, I got aboard the LWO train, and the guy's coming to punch my ticket soon, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Plus, one of them did a coast to coast. I haven't seen that since Shane O'Mac. We got number 4, Sammy is one of my top favorites in WWE, but he needs a heel turn. I'm tired of this character, and I really don't care about this match. The reason why I care about the match is pretty much Karrion Kross. I'm very interested to see what they do with Kross, but yeah, this match is a little like, I'm selling it better than I actually feel about it, because I don't want to say, well, Kross finally got a PLE match and it sucks. I just want to like say, yay, Kross got a PLE match, but I mean, if we're being honest, it's like it could be better, but I'll just take what I can get with Kross right now. But when you look at it from the perspective of a Sammy fan, I totally get why you wouldn't be interested and invested. But from a Karrion Kross fan, we see progress and we're hoping for momentum. But Sammy heel, the best heel. Not even close. We've done the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, since 2024 now. So is it 24? No, 23. 2023. We can go back. To I'll take conspiracy theory Sammy. Like he's so good. He's so good as a heel. Number 5, when Seth Rollins comes back, there's going to be a power struggle between him and Braun Breaker. Heck yeah, there is, and I am all for it. I love this. If Seth is really injured, or even if he isn't, they could easily just have Seth say something like maybe Braun didn't know he was injured. So everything that Braun is doing is like legit Braun thinking that he's taking over, and he gets a taste of power. And a taste of power, that's a dangerous drug. And I would love to see those two kind of butting heads without fully breaking up for a while. Like that would actually be kind of unique and entertaining for the two leaders, the two big dogs of that faction to still try really hard to work together, and then for maybe like 2 or 3 months until they finally explode. RKO619, I just hope Bronson Reed keeps the shoes for himself because that's his new highlight. Yeah, I hope that's his new gimmick. He's just stealing people's shoes. Original tribal feet. Braun also looked like a machine. This was what they needed, or what we needed. Those two as a power duo without the cringe lord Rollins. I did enjoy them. I did enjoy them a lot. Just imagine these two just menacing everybody. That's good stuff. That's good stuff, pal. Goat Buggy. I really wonder why El Grande Americano hates Mexican wrestlers to the point where he and his buddies helped Judgment Day, and this makes me mad not seeing LWO win. Yeah, I was definitely bummed. I knew they weren't going to win, but I was definitely bummed. Happy they got the spotlight. I think Grande Americano hates Mexican wrestlers because back in the day, he used to wrestle in Mexico, and they got him blacklisted because he was so great. That's what his introduction video said a while back. Nicholas Gettings, real ones don't play about their Jays. There will be Jays, Jordans. Jays are Jordans. Okay, so I kept wondering why everybody was calling them Jays, but now I understand. Sorry, I'm definitely out of touch with some with certain aspects of culture. So let's get back to this. We got then Bayley Rhodes. So sad Bayley only got a short backstage segment, but the show was absolutely amazing. Other than that, I never expected to see Roman be dragged out like a rag doll. Like ever. Yeah, so Bayley Rhodes was actually in attendance, and yeah, that, like, I can imagine, you know, you're there, you see Roman, and then very few times are you going to see Roman on the other end of a beating, on the beatdown end of a beating. Major Mario. I like that. Major Mario, Minor Mario. Bayley is going to do something at SummerSlam. I don't see her missing both WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Maybe turning heel and costing Lyra, even though I'm seeing her in the IC title picture in Paris as a face, since they love her so much in Europe. Yeah, they do love her a lot in Europe, but then again, we're at an age in WWE where, well, you know, they have they literally have a documentary series spotlighting how fake wrestling is, and oh god, I hate that. I don't even like saying that because wrestling's real. Wrestling's real to me and will always be real to me. But so now it's like heels, faces, and the crowd's just gonna cheer. The crowd's just gonna cheer regardless. So maybe Lyra wins and then Bayley knocks her out so she can get a title shot at Paris, but she gets to show up or something, you know. Maybe Bayley helps Lyra win to get back at Becky, and then instantly attacks Lyra for her title match at Paris, and the people of Paris still sing Bayley's praises. Boxy Green, hot take, feel like I've been watching the same episode of Raw for 6 months, every week, really getting stale. I actually enjoyed this Raw, but this was the first show that I've enjoyed in about like 4 episodes. I believe SmackDown was mid, last week's Raw was mid. Like, I remember thinking to myself going into this Raw, like, oh gosh, I do not want another lame episode. So this one to me was okay. It feels like in a month, we get like 3 really good shows, like 2 mid shows, and then like the rest are just bad. And yeah, so sorry you didn't like it though. Jeff Gagnos, love or hate him, Jey really is over as anyone right now with the live crowds. He definitely has work to do on his promos and conditioning a bit, but can't deny the live crowds love him. Also, Jey should win the IC title and have a feud with Cross, allowing Cross to be a high-level name and get his first title. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think Jey Uso is a perfect mid-card champion. That, like, no shade whatsoever. Like, you can't throw out that connection he has with the crowd, but you can't deny that he can hang for too many top-level PLEs in the main event. So the mid-card title, that would be a perfect spot for him. And Karrion Kross would be like, I think Karrion Kross in the right position could be a good villain for anybody because he can turn everything and just twist it. Kind of like how Paul Heyman likes to twist things. Well, Karrion Kross does too, but he can actually go in the ring. So I would love a feud there. And so Jimbo Slice, Bronson Reed jumping people and then snatching their shoes as a show of dominance is an insanely creative angle to take. I agree. Again, don't care if it's product placement. I love that angle. We can do it to anybody. Like, that could be his thing. I want to see Bronson backstage with a mountain of wrestling boots from all his victims. That, or at least on social media, he takes it, because I guess you could say, why don't people just come for his shoes? So he just takes them home, and he can be doing this on social media, and then they can play that on Raw. Jimbo Slice also says, with Bayley missing SummerSlam, Charlotte and Bliss needing to watch each other's back, and Becky potentially losing the IC title to Lyra, I feel like there should be a storyline of the women's old guard struggling to keep up with today's current roster. I wouldn't mind that. And because, believe it or not, Naomi, she is part of the old guard too. Who knows? Maybe every once in a while they can help Naomi. I don't know. If there's a War Games match, there you go. There's your War Games match right there. The old guard with Naomi and Alexa Bliss. That's 5. You got Bayley. You got Becky, you got Charlotte, you got Naomi, and you got Alexa Bliss, the old guard right there. If you really want, you could put Nikki Bella in there too. Or she could be part of or she could be with the new guard and she's their veteran, saying, no, it's their time now. So that could be your War Games. That could be War Games right there. War Games! Kenny Hudson, CM Punk, please, for the love of God, save us from the vortex of boredom that is Gunther, please. I don't see it your way. I actually like Gunther, but I honestly, just because I love Gunther, I can see why people find him boring. I really can. I can see the fault in the people that I love and like. I could never find a positive in Goldberg, but I can find the faults in people that I do love, and I can see why you don't like Gunther. I do personally love him. I hope he grows on you. But if he doesn't, I don't know. You're in for it. You're in for it because they love that statistic. He's been champion for 80% of his career. I feel like even if he loses the championship here, he'll gain it back within 365 days. So Kenny Hudson, good for me because I like both. I like Punk and Gunther, but for your sake, I hope you get out of your vortex. FMJCS. A lot of people say Austin Theory has nothing to provide the roster, but if that's the case, then Grayson Waller has less than nothing to provide for them. I don't think we need to diminish Grayson Waller in order to prop up Austin Theory. Honestly, I think they both have a lot to offer. I think they're both talented individuals. I think on the microphone, Grayson Waller is way better, but I think he's good in the ring. But I think Austin Theory is amazing in the ring, and he just needs to get better on the microphone. I don't really hear people like bad-mouthing Austin Theory, but I will say that like Carmelo Hayes, Austin Theory, like, we want Austin, or we want Theory. The dude, like, man, he was literally in angles with Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena, Vince McMahon, and now he doesn't even get the courtesy of an on-screen breakup with his tag team partner of over 2 years. Like, it's insane to me. Insane that they did that to Austin Theory. And I don't like it. I don't like it. And he should have been the third man. He should have been the Bronson Reed. They should have not had two alphas in that faction, and Austin Theory could be right there right now. Could you imagine Austin Theory just chirping in Braun Breaker's ear? Like, it would be great. Fresh and Fly says, hot take, fire take, WWE should take the Roman Reigns shoes that Bronson Reed has and put them on eBay and give the royalties to charity. Oh, that would be great. That would sell. Those shoes on eBay, that would be huge. They would sell. Like, big time. But charity, and by charity, TKO, Big Daddy TKO would be like, my swimming pool is the charity. We can make my swimming pool bigger. That's the charity I think they would donate to, but like, that would be I love that idea, honestly. Not the swimming pool for TKO, but getting to charity. That would be awesome. Roman Reigns acknowledged me. Hot take, Sami is mid. His best match ever was with Johnny Knoxville. I do always forget to include Johnny Knoxville in the pantheon of really good crossover stars as wrestlers who treated the business with respect. But yeah, that was a great match. But nah, Sami's had other good matches. His match with Roman Reigns in Elimination Chamber, that was great and amazing. Kevin Owens' last match was even pretty good. I reject the notion that Sami is mid. I will say his character arc right now is pretty mid. What's his whole character? I'm just gonna get beat up and tell everybody how one day I'll become champion. That's mid. But Sami as a whole? Nah, I don't think so. Lynn Sith Ebb, the New Day and LA Knight should ask for their releases now. What's going with them? What's going on with them? I think releases would be a little far, because, I'll tell you what, AEW is not in the same position they were in 2 or 3 years ago. They're not snatching up every single WWE person anymore. I mean, Braun Strowman, he hasn't been picked up by AEW, so, just trying to get released to jump ship, that doesn't help. And AEW is kind of stacked at the moment, so it's just going over there doesn't guarantee nothing. Now it can help. I mean, look at Ricochet. Ricochet went over there and he's having a great time. But I don't know. I see a lot of other people who have been released and not in AEW or TNA right now. So I don't know if being released right now holds the same weight as it did 2 or 3 years ago. Come at me out. Roman, the man selling and putting over others. This is by far the only shade of Roman I have ever enjoyed. Okay, so you like when Roman puts people over. When Roman takes a move nowadays, he's straight up murdered. You ever notice when he got a go to sleep, the guy's all broken in half. Bronson Reed tsunami him, he's dying. It's he got tsunami 800 times, and then a spear will kill him. He sells really good. Dinja Dev, I probably pronounced your name wrong. You're 33 now. I grew up watching Cena and stuck with him even when the crowd turned. I was one of the people who turned on him. Then Roman came in with the Shield, and I instantly saw something in him. I backed him from day one, even when the fans turned on him. I turned on him, not gonna lie. I stayed loyal. Whenever he faced Cena, I chose Roman. I wanted him to dominate. A few years ago, I lost interest in WWE and watched only for Roman, sometimes just his segments. And now Braun Breaker gives me that same feeling when I first noticed Roman. Okay, cool. So, hey, you know what? If you have the track record of picking people like Cena and Roman and sticking with them until they're over again, well then, I guess Braun Breaker, I bet he's glad to have you in his corner, because I'll tell you what, I booed Cena, I booed Roman for many, many years. I love them now, but hey, you know what? I'm happy, and I hope that this sparks your interest in WWE as a whole, and that you're back. I hope you're back and you can enjoy the product. It's OTW. I feel like I'm here every week giving more and more praise to Bird Lady Lyra, and guess what? This week's no different. Don't worry about it. Keep coming back, because you know what? I like when I have people talk about other things than just the main talking points. I love when someone throws in Lyra or LWO or Karrion Kross. So what do you say? Her character feels like it improves weekly, and I really just want to thank Becky and Bayley for bringing it out of her. Also feel like Becky and Bayley joined forces at SummerSlam to put down the next generation. I can see that, and I'm glad you're giving out the flowers to everybody here. Yes, Lyra's doing great, but Becky and Bayley have really elevated her game. James the Giant Panda, love that name. Best episode of 2025 contender. I did enjoy it. It was not a good go-home show, but it was a very good Raw, if that makes sense. Marvelous Queen, I hate this kind of stuff. The spear from Braun Breaker, because Roman and Jey, they don't deserve that from him, and it was so painful and hurtful for Jey and Roman to feel it so bad. You feel bad for them, and you know what? That's good heel work then. You're supposed to hate the heel for doing what they did to your heroes. So, sorry that your heroes got hurt, but now they have something to get revenge on. Rick's Jelly, not super relevant, and I literally just started watching it, but I have a feeling they are going to use Unreal Show to actually further a storyline in the end. Yeah, make no mistake about it. This Unreal Show, it's like they're not showing us things. They're only going to show us the things that we're not supposed to see that we're supposed to see. This Unreal Show is still very much unreal. The worst thing they're going to do is make a lot of people who, like, I don't know, a lot of people are going to start thinking they know way more than they actually do because they watched 6 episodes of Unreal. D. Dante, Cross better at talking than wrestling. Hey, you know what? So is The Rock. So is Austin after his neck injury. So is Jey Uso. So, like, talking can get you up there. Talking can get you up there. Jasper Van Shills. I want to see a fatal 4-way of El Grande Americanos so they can create a spot where they are all in the corners and simultaneously put the metal plate in the mask and the headbutt each other in the middle of the ring. 4 Grande Americanos, metal plate, headbutt. Oh my God. Like, I think if I start seeing more than one Grande Americano, it will be kind of jumping the shark. But on some levels, I absolutely love your idea as well. So now I'm conflicted. You made me conflicted. Thanks a lot. Comment of Doom. The 8-women tag team match felt like I was playing a video game and hit random character select. What was the point of the match? What was the storyline? How and why did it come to be booked in the universe? The storyline was pretty much the Secret Harvest got involved last week, and it was just like, I don't know. You're right. Honestly, you're just right. Even the minuscule storyline that they did have to justify this doesn't justify it. You're absolutely right. Though I will say it was a good match. I will say that. That match surprised me, and every single person did shine in it. Alfonso Passion. It was an okay episode, I guess. I gave it 8 out of 10. I gave it 8 out of 10 chops. I yawned 6 times, and there was 11 to 12 commercials. I lost count at one point, so I'm saying that's why I say 11 or 12, and it was about 2 hours and 40 minutes long. We got Alfonso Passion. It was an okay episode, I guess. I only really liked all the babyface women team. Yeah, that was like the Avengers of the women's division. The Gunther Punk segment still felt like it should have gone back and forth, but I yawned more than other times. So I don't know what that tells you about the show. Yeah, you know, the whole Gunther Punk thing, it's like, I don't get why we do this nowadays, where it's literally like an interview, a segment, a confrontation is broken up into 2 weeks. It's like last week, Gunther came out and Punk had nothing to say after Gunther started talking. This week, Punk came out and Gunther had nothing to say after Punk started talking. And it's like, if we're going to do that, then we need more than 2 weeks to build up to the PLE. Just like, you know what? I said that Bianca, Io, and Rhea had no heat at WrestleMania. Okay, Gunther and Punk, they don't really have any heat either. Just because Gunther is an actual villain doesn't justify not having a story, not having heat. Okay, you guys both told each other you're the best in the world and I'm going to beat you. I would expect that from any wrestler. That's what faces say to other faces. So this Gunther Punk match, while yeah, it's going to be amazing and awesome, and it definitely deserves a marquee spotlight, if not even the main event of night 1, it could have been better. You could have sold a match of Rock and Austin. And I'm not saying they're to their level, but you could have sold Rock and Austin just on the name value alone, and people would have paid to go see it. But they still had storyline going into their matches, and that's what made those matches so special. What, 20 years later? So, like, Gunther Punk, this is going to be forgettable unless they do some outrageous stuff in the match. And it's because they don't have a good storyline going. And that's what they need. That's what we need, period. That's what we need, period, for everything. Because it's like, this SummerSlam is a good card, but people don't care about it as much as they should because there's not that much story going into it. Those are hot takes. Those are my hot takes. These are your hot takes. I appreciate every single one of you. Do you want it to do Unreal? Should I watch Unreal and do a review of it? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Boys, girls, have yourselves a great day.